Hey guys, this is Colin with the Comtech forums. Uh, wasn't really planned, but we're gonna do a quick talk about service monitors. What was planned was we were gonna compare the XTS 5000 to the Kenwood TK. Which model is this? TK 5210 for VHF trunking, but I simply cannot get the Kenwood to function properly in the monitor test setup. So perhaps Kenwood would see this and give me some suggestions. But a quick comparison, you'll notice I have two General Dynamics based service monitors on my desk. One is a R8000B, which of course those have all been relabeled by Freedom Communications. And then I have the Motorola 2670, which is, off the 2600 series, which was Motorola's workhorse, and Freedom recently got all the toolings to support these in-house, and this one was a lucky find I got from Freedom. Quick little rundown on what makes these monitors uniquely different for P25. You'll notice I don't have an Aeroflex up here, mainly because I don't like them. I find them awkward to use due to their very poor UI, and I just can't get over the fact that the Motorola spec monitors have had BNC connectors for everything but their RF input and output for 40 years, and even my R2001 has BNC on it, and then now it's like, well, yeah, retool to TNC, but why waste the time threading stuff on? It gets annoying enough with the type ends on these. Anyway, enough about my rant about my dislikes of Aeroflex. So we're going to go ahead and turn the monitors on, and we're really going to be comparing some of the major features as it pertains to P25, and mainly P25 trunking. But you will notice some differences between the two, so here we go. Alright, the R2670 is up. That's one of my favorite things about it. It's the most painful to lug around, but it's the quickest to get going. The R8000 series, and including the R8100, they are Windows-based machines. They basically, I think, if I remember correctly, the R8000 has a version of Windows XP on it, though they might have upgraded that in the last few years. But as you can see, it's still loading the configuration file, but again, you get things with the R8000 you can't even dream of with the 2670, like auto tunes and screenshots, and just things that weren't really easily doable on the 2670s. So what we have here is a VHF on the 2600, or I'm sorry, the 8000. We have a VHF trunking system set up for P25. Now, one thing about the 2670, while it can do VHF for trunking, it cannot do non-standard offsets that aren't really defined in the band plan, which you run into in real-world application. For example, the control channel frequency that we're going to be sitting on for VHF over here is 152.5175 megahertz. That's the transmit control channel frequency for the control channel. The receive frequency is 157.775, and the official band plan for this is a 1 megahertz offset, and as you can see, that is not part of that offset. So mainly, if you're going to be doing VHF trunking, you almost need to have an 8000 series, or I assume one of the new Aeroflex machines. But until just recently, one of our least favorite drawbacks to the 2600 was that it did not do, I mean not the 2600, the 8000, is that it did not have a vocoder in it. That's recently been changed and is now a software option. But and before that, it was a store and playback function, which it has its pluses and minuses, and we'll get into that. So this unit does not have the vocoder in it, so we're going to turn on our RF system and turn on our subscriber. This is an XTS 5000. One of the cool things about the uh, 2600 is that it does also have legacy SmartNet trunking in it. That's right. It has legacy SmartNet trunking in it as well, so you can set up a Type 1, a Type 2, or an Astro hybrid system in it. And it'll, if you have the trunking cards, it'll handle it. In the case of this 2670, it's fully loaded. It's just not a later revision with a nice color screen on it. So we're going to go ahead and, I don't know if you can see, but it's already affiliated. Grab the group ID and the unit ID, and we're going to show you the store forward. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now the good thing about this is it will handle encryption, because whatever it sends into encryption, it'll receive. So AES 256 you can transmit into the unit and it'll send it back out, and your radio will properly decode it. This will not handle, while you can put a key load this thing, it will not handle AES 256. That's really the big thing, and what I don't like about not having live encode is I've had a couple of situations where this microphone's dead. So you'll get your permit, you'll start talking, and you get the question, well, am I not encoding audio, or I'm decoding audio because you never hear it? Well, that's when it's nice to have the live encode. But we're going to go ahead and quickly transfer monitors and transfer radios. I can show you the little bit different setups. Another thing I really like about the R8000 when it comes to trunking is it basically acts as a control channel, and it'll just sit there. So if you want to see how low you can go before you start going into getting out of range errors, you can do that with the 8000 a lot easier than it is with the trial and error of the 2670. And another nice thing about the 8000 is the presets, so everything's pretty much preset. So you can set your presets for your systems, and they just kind of, once you get them working, they just kind of work. Once you load them, it takes a while to load them, but they work. Alright, so now we're on the 2670. Get that nice monochrome display going for you. And we are going to pop it on over to P25 trunking. And this one's actually already configured for how I need it. So, turn on our, wait, I'm going to start our test, turn on our subscriber, and there it goes. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Turn the volume down on the subscriber a bit. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to stop our test. So that's how this, so as you can tell, the actual test setups are a little bit different on each on each service monitor. The call alert one's one of my favorites to work with, just because of a project we had where I was using call alert to open and close a gate. Let's get this to recognize a different channel maybe. And call alert transmitted, but why are we not receiving it? Stop test. Zone. Okay, let's try that again. Alright, so we received the call alert page. So that's pretty much all there is. The 2670 also does a couple of other tests, like testing the base station, which is part of the base test and the BER test. Unfortunately, I'm not 100% sure on how those work, because when I was scanning the manual, it skipped a couple of pages. But hopefully this gives you a quick in-depth look at what really makes these two monitors different, apart from size and the fact that this can do DMR and Tetra and Phase 2 and all the fun stuff that this doesn't. But you know, hands down, this is still one of my favorite monitors, and it's just a workhorse, and it's been a workhorse for many technicians. So thanks for watching, and hopefully you learned something new about these things, and catch you on the next video.